And a public service announcement, LS. It doesn't really matter because light bulbs are about to be phased out permanently, but basically they're not going to be around much longer. And it's actually almost already happened, but a lot of druggies, or not, I don't like to say druggies, a lot of drug users were using these light bulbs for pipes or whatever because it's a nice piece of glass. And they have been for a while. Originally, this powder that's on the inside was extremely dangerous to breathe in or inhale, and it kind of soaks into the glass. Most people think a glass light bulb is whatever, but actually like the molecules actually kind of interact quite a bit. So even if you wash it out, it still leaves a residue behind, and it's still in there. And then when you smoke it and apply a intense flame to it, basically it does come out of the glass and goes into your lungs. And it's very, 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 really harmful. So anyway, we discovered what they were doing with the glass light bulbs. I usually made my glass light bulbs completely clear without the powder, but sometimes I did put the powder inside these like this right here. LS, basically what became GE, but it's actually LS. I don't know who named it GE, but I mean, I don't know. I might have changed its name to GE at some point in time, but it's actually LS. Anyway, I think God E or something like that. I was just playing around with the names a little bit. It wasn't all that serious. Anyway, so this powder was really, really dangerous, and now we were switching over to a powder that's actually not harmful if you smoke it or inhale it. So just so people know. Anyway, I do a lot of that stuff, though. I mean, people are doing stuff that's, like it's not its intended purpose, of course. So then we started looking at what else people use our stuff for, and when we discovered that they were using it for smoking things like methamphetamine or heroin or cocaine or whatever, we went ahead and changed the chemical. That chemical was cheap and easy to get, so we originally, a lot of things we manufacture are like one-off things, actually. First of its kind, and then later on we mass-produce so much of it that it's easy to make. But then the not harmful powder was actually a lot harder to come up with, and we eventually figured that out. We eventually figured out something that was possibly not harmful to people if they did smoke it and inhale it. The thing is, the intense flame underneath, it's different. When a light bulb does its thing, it does a certain thing. And even if you try and wash it out, like, you're never going to really get the real residue, the harmful part, because it's not actually the white powder, the whiteness of it that's dangerous. It's the other stuff or whatever that's actually dangerous, the stuff that won't wash out so easily. And you really can't get it. So anyway, and some people were just like unscrewing it, and then it's like, don't do that. It hurts your lungs really bad, something fierce, really bad. So anyway, though, but we got it. We made it more safe anyway. It's still not exactly safe. It's better. That's the reason why paraphernalia and glass tubes. It's like, what do I care? I'm LS. I did it. The drugs are actually legal. It's just that a bunch of people wanted to change the laws or whatever, and it's just a bunch of bull. A bunch of lies and a bunch of people, in Congress just trying to make themselves rich or something like that or whatever. It's like so stupid. The only thing I did make illegal, or at least, a jail sentence, was basically driving under the influence, because there are people driving on hallucinogens. And you cannot drive or fly an aircraft when you're on a hallucinogen like LSD or any of the serious drugs. It is advisable not to be doing that. And another thing was, of course, truck drivers that would fall asleep. One of the things about methamphetamines and truck drivers is that they would take it. And it's like, it's not about you. It's about the fact that so many truck drivers were, they'd be driving along and they'd be smoking or whatever. And then they would just go. And the thing about methamphetamine, when you're really pushing the limits, you will just, they like, and then, and there was a train too that did that. It's like, whoa, okay, guys, that's it. I got to stop you. I got to cut you off. So we changed it around. It's like, look, I like you. And I had this thing with a bunch of Irishmen that were drinking. And it's like, yeah, I like you. I would say just send him home with pay. Don't worry about it. I know, I understand. They'd be all, well, he's his cousin and related. And I like, look, you don't have to tell me. I understand. Like, it's okay. Just send them home with pay. Just have them show up tomorrow sober. That's fine. You know, I was really cool boss. I was really, really, really awesome. Yeah, I love the Irish. You know, they kept my trains running on time, and so did the Germans. Like they really took it as you know, when I said try and make the trains run on time, they did. So, and I just explained it to them, you know, why it was a good idea, why it was important. Because if one train, you know, hits another train, you know, a lot of people die or it's a big mess, you know. And they said okay, you know, and so enough said, and you know, everything turned around. That and now, and then my train started running on time, and everybody was happy, and everything was cool, and you know, it's a big team, you know. Like I couldn't be too hard on the people that were out there that much, because like, yeah, well, you know, you're human, and you know, everyone makes mistakes, and that doesn't mean the end of the world. So, you know, generally it's the people that made a lot of mistakes and killed a lot of people that it's like, all right, yeah, you know. I just paid $1,000 to have you eliminated. So, because, you know, I figure $1 per person. Actually, that's how I actually got my rewards. Actually, I figured $1 per person that they had killed. So if they had killed 120 people, well, I would pay out $100 per person. So that made those rewards get pretty high. You know, but there's verified people death, not well, Bubs killed 240 people. It's like, well, where are the bodies? You show some proof of some bodies, or some proof of the fact that he actually did it. Like 24 or 100 people that say that they witnessed it, or something, or at least something credible. I was like, give me some shred of evidence, and it's done. It's ordered. You know, he'll die. No problem. I'll send my armies, and that's it. And they will scour the land and kick down every door until they find this person. But, you know, I mean, you know, and I'd weigh out the thing. It's like, well, let's just put it, and sometimes I'd be like, put him in jail. No, I can't make a decision on that, I would say. You're going to have to just put him in jail. And then we'll see. Maybe he'll confess. Maybe we'll find the real killer. And sometimes they would actually be like, well, actually, we found the real killer, so we're letting him go. It's like, oh, okay, cool. I mean, and jail wasn't all that bad. You know, it was like, you know, 3 meals a day. Some people were like, I want to go to jail, man. It's like, you're serious? Like, yeah, 3 meals a day, place bunk. Yeah, I want to go to jail. It's like, oh, okay, fine. You go to jail, but you can get out anytime you want. So in some jails, it was like requested jail. I'm serious. There's actually people that were in jail that could just leave because they just wanted to be in jail. It's like, wow, okay, fine, go ahead. And that's how jails actually became like asylums, and there's like this little bit of a bridge between the two. I mean, I'm a creator of life forms. It's like I have a lot of life forms. Some of them are okay, some of them are psycho, and so, you know, who else are they going to follow? You know, their father? Or someone that's just lying to them? So they would always come to me. I'm the creator, LS. So I've been in existence 100 trillion years, and always around. And always there to fight war. It's like, okay, well, we're going to war. Let's go. So we'd build and we'd go to war, and then build huge defenses and be like, all right, that's it. You're not going to attack us anymore. It took them 150 years or 170 years to take down Germany. So it did not go quietly into the night at all. And we had night vision, infrared scopes, pop-up turrets, all kinds of stuff. So anyway, yeah. Anyway, so that's LS, and I'm the LS, and everyone else who says that they're LS or Lucifer Star or Lucifer Star is a liar. One guy changed his name to Lucifer Caesar. He was a nightmare. So anyway, people can just run around and do whatever they want, generally. I mean, they're not supposed to. There's supposed to be laws and rules and all that other stuff, but they still did. Anyway, though, it's a little bit of a nightmare, but hey, we had guns too, as they say. And that's the way it was. You know, anyway. And even though they thought I was going to die when I was 9 years old, I'm still very much alive. Which is amazing.